Hello and welcome to the fourth edition of 8. My name is Sanjay Chakrabarti. Our guest for today is someone who's lived two of my ambitions as a child. He's been part of the Indian Navy and served gallantly for over 10 years. He was part of the Kargil War as well. And very impressively, he's also represented India in sailing in various events, including the Asian Games. He's in the world sailing champion. He's got a bronze medal. He's basically just done it all. He's a man who is constantly running, and no pun intended, he actually is a runner. And I'm sure if people in India who do marathons already know him. And finally, he runs one of the most successful customizable t-shirt companies. I am absolutely delighted to have Amit Arvind, the owner of iLogo, with me. Welcome, Amit.
Pleasure is all mine.
And Amit, before we start, absolutely, hats off to you for all your achievements, and most importantly, a heartfelt thank you for your service to the nation. Really, nothing more to say than really hats off and thank you very much.
Pleasure. My pleasure.
So, Amit, as the format of the thing goes, really would love to know, your first question, one breath question is, who is Amit Arvind?
Amit Arvind is constantly learning, improving, exploring new things, new ideas, new solutions.
Great. I have to ask some other questions alongside it is, what's your personal best in half marathon and what's your personal best in full marathon?
So I'm mostly doing halves now, and in a full is about 3:12, but I stopped doing fulls. I'm mostly
3:12,
focusing on
are you
halves.
kidding me? 3:12 is your personal best in full.
Yeah.
Wow. Tremendous.
124 and a half. So actually, I think I can do a faster full now. So I'm not really gone down to a full for a long time.
I'm at a loss of words. I'll just directly get to the second question. Tell us something about iLogo again in one breath.
Helps you spread your story. It could be through t-shirts, through apparel, however you want to brand yourself, tell your story. We help you do that. As simple as that.
Wow, that's short, sweet, and absolutely to the point. And for viewers, iLogo here is one of Amit's happy, delighted customers. We use iLogo all the time, and it's really nice to wear. You can even wear it in office. So not in the sense of marketing your product, but I genuinely like what we got from
Thank you.
you guys. So Amit, coming to the third question, could you share with us any learnings that you've had? And now you are pretty much in business for over 10 years and such a unique background, coming from the armed forces and setting up such a successful business. Would you like to share something in a more specific manner as to what are those learnings which would be useful to the rest of us?
So I don't know about specific to others or specific to me. What I've learned, entrepreneurship is like a marathon, right? It's a long journey. So more than the end result. So when people say, which you're going to ask me very soon is, or maybe what is my long-term goal? It's not the goal which you're really looking at, but the journey. Of course, you need a destination, but it's the entire journey and enjoying the entire journey which matters. If you enjoy the journey, then it doesn't look like a real long pain anyway. And you keep achieving milestones at every step of the way. Everything is a milestone. That's the one aspect. And the second thing what I learned is you have to constantly keep improving, learn from everybody. I could learn from everybody and anybody something. You got to keep your eyes open on what can you learn and how can you just change your business just a slight way, and totally at the end of it, it's like if you do 1% every day in a year, how much can you change? It's, the power of compounding is so massive. So that's one aspect. Second thing, what I've realized is that the most important thing of any business is to just look for differentiation. The minute you can look for differentiation, It could be in anything. It could be in product, it could be in your relationships, it could be in your reputation, it could be in the way you market, it could be in the way you distribute. Differentiation is the essence. How do you differentiate from every other product? And we're constantly looking at how do we differentiate which can give added value to our customer, where a customer will remember us for the differentiation we provide. It's as simple as that.
Oh, excellent. So, to first is a marathon, and coming from a marathoner, I pretty much get that piece. Journey more important than destination. Your second point is constantly learn. Again, it's a great point. And third is differentiation. On differentiation, Amit, could you kind of spell that more in terms of recently? Given the situation we are in right now, in the current scenario, what is it that is there something that you would like to share? What you've done differently, possibly in the last 5 6 months?
So we've done actually two very different things. One is immediately. So now, because of COVID, everyone is sitting at home, working from home, right? You've got companies, you've got uh, a lot of alumni reunions happening, maybe your own college reunion, which is happening. Now, what is the biggest challenge for an alumni reunion? One is we're all 20 years down the line, passed out. Nobody has got the time or the bandwidth to sit and collect money from everybody, but everybody wants alumni reunion T-shirt, right? It's a memorabilia, right?
Right,
So right now you've got one challenge. There's nobody willing to really take on the headache of collecting the money, getting the design done, and placing an order. The added challenge now is everybody is sitting in their houses. So you want a Zoom call like this, but we all want to wear like a tag. But how do you do that? So right now we've
right,
actually created a solution where we create a campaign, which we actually did just last week for Carmel School, which is from Rourkela. They have had students from all over the world, some 48 students, 50 students all over the world, had their 20-year reunion. So we create a campaign page where each one could buy the T-shirt directly themselves, and we distribute it to each one across the world individually to them. So that's one aspect. Then for Seat Tires ran, wanted to distribute to their exhibitors and whatever distributors. So we ran a campaign again where we're distributing T-shirts to each individual distributor across India. So there's two new features. I'll share the links with you later. It's called campaigns, and we're doing this on the site right now. At the moment, we are running, I think, three campaigns. One is for a pasture-run organization, which has got their congregations all across India. So we're distributing to individuals all across India. So we're doing it for students of Model United Nations who are spread across India. And we're
wow,
distributing t-shirts to each of them individually on our website. So that's the first one. The second differentiation which we have created is now you can actually go onto a site and you can choose the fabric and you can customize the t-shirt right from scratch. For example, we did a similar thing for the National Defense Academy reunion where we could create a t-shirt where we could have a color of the collar different, the body different, right to meet the branding colors of the company, which has not been done by anybody in the world, right? And we
right.
distribute it to individually to each. So for the 88 course in National Defense Academy reunion, we had close to about 220 people where we distributed individually to everybody. And it was all done. We could only do this because we had the platform ready for them. And that's what we did
Wow,
in this entire lockdown.
that sounds fabulous, and would love some of those links to be put along with this video for other people to
Sure,
really see
definitely.
live example. This is very, very useful.
Definitely.
So Amit, one more question, and this is a new segment I've just added, given your profile really. Are there habits, specific habits that you have that have really helped you in your entrepreneurial journey? I know as a sportsman, I'm sure there'll be lots that has really got you where you did get. But in terms of your work environment, are there habits that you can share with us?
So my life is just habits. What I've realized is that I'm very susceptible to distraction, and like everybody else, right? If I get a good, nice, tasty snack, I'm going to snack. If I've got a nice movie to watch, I'm going to watch. So my whole life is actually a series of habits. It's called habit stacking. So you build on each other. So you start with one, the second one comes automatically and automatically and automatically. So right, so in this COVID days, I've created a fantastic habit. So I'm waking up at 4:30 every day. It's still going on. I wake up at 4:30. 4:30 to 6. I'm reading and working. 3 months I worked on strategy. I devoured every single book on strategy, right from you name it, Jonathan Kay, you talk about Michael Porter, good strategy, bad strategy, everything. I devoured all the books and built my entire strategy for my business for the next few years based on that. So now I'm actually looking at marketing because now we've got these products and I got my chance and I did market myself, right? My two products. So that's exactly what I'm doing. So wake up at 4:30, 4:30 to 6 every day, 6:30 to 8, 7:45. I've got either a run or a workout. So the run or workout is for me like meditation. I'm either listening to an audiobook or
Right.
I'm just in my own thoughts, thinking, and I get some of my best ideas when I'm running. So it's like fantastic. So it's fantastic. So I run 5 days in the week, and on Sunday I do a long run, which is standard. So Sunday is either 21 or 25, standard. It never changes. So that's my daily morning routine. Immediately I come back, get ready, go to work. Start at 9. So morning, even my office thing, everybody's got habits. We start with a daily report, we start with calls, simple. Evening, I, the pre-COVID days, 4 days in the week, I used to dance. I used to have dance classes. So I used to love dancing. So I picked up salsa, I picked up kazumba, bachata, which I did over the last 3 years. I'm reasonably kind of okay in that. That's what it is. End the night with either reading or watching something. So it's basically a series of habits stacked right through the day. And
Very
that's what it is.
impressive. I'd
It
asked
started with, yeah.
I'd asked for some information from you saying that, I need to know you slightly better. And you said that, I knew everything about you, given a relationship. But clearly, see, I told you there'd be something around that I have absolutely no clue of. That comes across as a really interesting one. I wouldn't have ever imagined you are into learning dancing and dancing.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So
Great.
I'll
We'll
send you
be,
this new screenshot, original thinkers, right? By this Adam. Anyway, so he says the Nobel Prize winners, you've got a 22.5 chance more of winning a Nobel Prize than other scientists if you actually do amateur arts, acting or dancing. Adam Scott's book, Original Thinkers. 22 and a half times. So maybe all of you should start dancing or acting or performing.
I must add that most of the entrepreneurs are anyway acting most of the time. So I think part of it is anyway covered.
I guess so. Totally.
So, Amit, getting into the last question, again, finally, the one breath question. Where do you see iLogo in 8 months and where do you see iLogo in 8 years?
Path. It's not about the destination, it's about the process. So my idea, what I've learned is that the minute you put in destinations or goals, that's just what you want to be. That's not a strategy. A strategy is something which you put in systems in place, and then you can keep changing the goals based on how well you execute the strategy. You got to be
Sure.
willing to change your strategy at every point of time. So no, I do not have any such goals of 8 months or 8 years. I build on constantly improving, changing my strategy, and reworking based on what the current, and it goes on and
I
on.
give that to you so long as you've managed to become uh, the most reputed uh, company in your segment. I think with goal or without goal, it clearly is working, and that's what really finally counts. Thanks so much, Amit, for your time. Greatly appreciate, and all the very best.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been absolute pleasure. And yeah, I hope you continue wearing my shirts.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks. Bye.